wait-and-see era is over. While some manufacturers are pulling back and canceling entire sub-brands, the real players are finally putting their 2026 hardware on the ground. We are seeing a massive pivot this month toward vehicles that prioritize charging, convenience, and math per mile value. We aren't looking at concepts anymore. We are looking at the cars that will be at your local delivery hubs by the end of April. Here are the most anticipated arrivals you need to track. Taking the #1 spot for the most anticipated sedan of the year is the Lexus ES 350e. Lexus is officially bringing their electric flagship to US dealerships next month, and they are doing it with a pricing strategy that is going to rattle the competition. The ES 350e starts at $48,795. In 2026, finding a luxury sedan that is actually less expensive than its hybrid sibling is a massive win for the consumer. It is built on a 74.7 kilowatt-hour battery pack and features a front-wheel drive single-motor setup producing 221 horsepower. But the real story is the efficiency. On 19-inch wheels, the Lexus ES 350e delivers an estimated EPA range of 307 miles. For a daily commuter, that is the Goldilocks zone. Most importantly, Lexus has equipped this car with a native NACS port. You can pull up to any Tesla supercharger and plug in directly. No adapters, no third-party apps, just seamless charging. With a 0 to 60 time of 7.4 seconds, it isn't a race car, but it is the most refined, quietest, and most cost-effective way to enter the electric luxury segment this year. If you like the luxury of the ES but need more punch and all-weather capability, the Lexus ES 500e is arriving right alongside its sibling. This is the all-wheel drive performance variant that balances that signature Lexus smoothness with a much more aggressive power delivery. Starting at $51,795, the ES 500e uses a dual motor configuration to push the output to 338 horsepower. That drops your 0 to 60 time down to roughly 5.4 seconds, which is more than enough to handle highway merges and spirited driving. Because it uses the same 74.7 kilowatt-hour battery as the ES 350e but powers 2 motors, the range takes a slight dip to an estimated 276 miles. Like the 350e, it features the native NACS charging standard and supports 150 kilowatts DC fast charging. For the buyer who lives in a northern climate and needs that dual motor traction, the ES 500e is the most logical step up. It provides the performance of a high-end sports sedan with the math per mile of a modern EV. Moving into the SUV segment, the biggest news of the week is coming from the New York International Auto Show. Subaru has officially pulled the curtain back on their first 3-row electric SUV, the 2027 Subaru Getaway. While we've seen the Solterra and the Trailseeker, this is the vehicle designed to reclaim the math per mile crown for active families who need legitimate utility without the luxury markup. The Getaway is built on a shared platform with the Toyota Highlander EV, and it represents a massive leap forward in both power and range for the brand. Subaru is bringing this to market with a standard dual-motor all-wheel drive setup across all trims, delivering a staggering 420 horsepower. But they aren't just chasing speed, they are chasing the 300-mile psychological barrier. The Getaway is rated for more than 300 miles of range, making it the first Subaru EV that can truly handle a cross-state road trip without range anxiety. The most important tech upgrade here is the native NACS port. Subaru is finally ditching the adapters and giving you direct access to the Tesla supercharger network. They are claiming a 10% to 80% charge time of just 30 minutes, which is the current gold standard for a 3-row family hauler. Visually, Subaru has played it smart. They've moved away from the experimental look of early EVs. There's no fake grille, and the door handles are traditional. It looks like a rugged, capable SUV that belongs at a trailhead. Inside, you'll see the influence of the Toyota-Subaru partnership, featuring Lexus-style door handles, a massive high-resolution touchscreen, and a new monostable toggle shifter that feels significantly more modern than the previous generation. But the real win for for the Getaway is the interior packaging. Subaru claims that a 6-foot adult can sit comfortably in each of the 3 rows, and early testing confirms it. Even with a middle row pushback, there is legitimate knee and foot room in the rear. Plus, with a panoramic all-glass roof, the cabin feels airy rather than claustrophobic. In terms of pure utility, Subaru is making a bold claim. The Getaway will have more cargo space than the Kia EV9. With power folding rear seats and a deep subfloor storage, well, it's designed for those who actually haul gear. While we are still waiting for the final MSRP, the Getaway is slated for a late 2027 launch. In a market where legacy ghost projects are being canceled left and right, the Subaru Getaway stands out as a stable, production-ready powerhouse that offers more range and more space for the modern American family. While the traditional manufacturers are reshuffling their factory lines, Tesla is preparing for an April product launch that changes the calculation for both families and the logistics industry. This isn't just a software update. We are looking at a fundamental expansion of the hardware. From a long-wheelbase mystery spotted at Giga Texas to a heavy-duty workhorse that defies the standard laws of aerodynamics, the next few months will be dominated by a massive influx of new performance data. The first vehicle on this list is one that hasn't officially hit the configurator yet, but drone footage from Giga Texas has confirmed the hardware is already in the testing phase. This is the Tesla Model YL, a long-wheelbase variant of the world's best-selling car. For years, the third row in the standard Tesla Model Y has been a kids-only zone, but the Tesla Model YL changes the interior architecture completely. By stretching the frame, Tesla is introducing a legitimate 2-2-2 seating layout. This isn't just about adding legroom. It's about adding captain's chairs in the second row to provide walk-through access and adult-sized comfort in the back. It's being positioned as a direct, high-efficiency alternative to the traditional minivan. If you need to move 6 people without stepping up to the much higher price tag of a Tesla Model X, this is the most anticipated family hauler currently ramping up for production in Austin. Next is a car that has lived in the realm of speculation for years, but the wait is effectively over. The final production spec version of the Tesla Roadster is expected to be the centerpiece of the April launch event. This is the Halo car, the visual standard designed to prove that electric propulsion has no ceiling. While the headline figures for acceleration have been the focus, the 2026 version is a technological demonstration of extreme energy density. Tesla is using this Roadster to debut a revised battery chemistry and motor configuration that is expected to eventually trickle down to the performance trims of their more affordable models. It is the peak of the performance pyramid, arriving just in time to remind the industry what is possible when aerodynamics and motor efficiency are pushed to the absolute limit. Moving from performance to pure utility, the production spec Tesla Semi is officially on track for wide-scale deliveries this year. This is no longer a pilot program. It is a refined, mass production machine with engineering that targets a 1 million mile service life. The updates to the production version are significant. Tesla has achieved a 1,000-pound weight reduction in the chassis, which directly translates to more cargo capacity for the operator. The truck now utilizes a 48-volt system and the latest 4680 battery cells, tech that was pioneered on the Tesla Cybertruck to make vehicle electronics more efficient. But the real math per mile winner here is the aerodynamics. The Tesla Semi has been refined into a bullet-shaped design with a drag coefficient of 0.4. To put that in perspective, that is roughly half the drag of a traditional diesel semi-truck. In the world of logistics, where fuel is the biggest expense, a 7% aerodynamic gain in this latest version makes it the most anticipated vehicle in the commercial sector. With a test fleet that has already logged over 13 million miles with 95% uptime, the Tesla Semi is ready to prove its reliability on the open road. The final highlight for this part of the list isn't a single car, but a massive manufacturing shift that will result in the most anticipated safe bet in the industry. While other Japanese brands are pulling back, Toyota has announced a fresh $1 billion investment in its US operations. $800 million of that is going straight to Georgetown, Kentucky, to prepare the production lines for Toyota's second US built electric vehicle. This isn't just a factory upgrade. It is a strategic move to ensure their upcoming electric SUV qualifies for the maximum domestic incentives. This Kentucky-built model is expected to be a high-volume crossover that prioritizes long-term reliability and intuitive tech over flashy gimmicks. By securing their domestic supply chain now, Toyota is positioning this upcoming SUV to be the most logical choice for the buyer who wants the benefits of an electric platform without the experimental feel of a startup brand. It is the cornerstone of a multi-pathway strategy that proves Toyota is staying the course in the American market. In 2026, the most anticipated news isn't always about what's arriving. Sometimes it's about what's disappearing. To have a complete picture of the market this April, we have to look at the legacy ghost cars. These are the vehicles that were supposed to be the high-tech future, but have now become cautionary tales for the industry. Understanding why these projects collapsed is the key to choosing a car that will actually have parts, service, and software support 5 years from now. Taking the number 8 spot is a project that was supposed to be the backbone of Honda's electric future, the Honda Zero line. This series was slated for production right in the heart of Ohio, but as of this week, it is officially a no-go. Honda has announced a staggering $15 billion write-down, canceling multiple models in the series. The math per mile on a canceled project is 0. And that's a hard lesson for the industry. Honda cited shifting market dynamics and a sudden lack of viability for the business assumptions they made back in 2024. For the buyer, this is a massive signal. It proves that even the biggest names in the business can overextend. When you see a legacy manufacturer pulling back this hard, it reinforces the value of the brands that are currently putting tires on the ground today, like the Lexus ES 350e we discussed earlier. At number 9, we have the most shocking cancellation of the year, the Sony Honda Afeela. This joint venture was the visual alpha of the tech car world, promising a rolling entertainment suite built on a high-performance EV platform. Trial production had already started at the East Liberty plant in Ohio, and delivery hubs were literally opening their doors as recently as March 16th. But just 9 days later, the dream is over. Sony Honda Afeela is issuing full refunds to reservation holders. The project was rendered unviable because the Honda Zero line it was supposed to share technology with was pulled out from under it. This is the danger of beta phase partnerships. If you were holding out for the Sony Honda Afeela because of the Sony tech, the lesson for 2026 is clear. Tech is only as good as the manufacturing base it sits on. In this case, the base was dismantled before the first customer took delivery. Finally, we have a project that represents the safe bet in a volatile market, Toyota's Princeton, Indiana expansion. While others are taking write-downs, Toyota is putting $200 million into this facility to expand the output of the Toyota Grand Highlander SUV. Why is a hybrid-focused SUV on an EV list? Because in April 2026, this is the bridge strategy. This investment ensures that Toyota maintains its dominance in the 3-row family segment while they prepare their fully electric lineup. It's about manufacturing stability. If you need a reliable, high-utility vehicle right now and aren't ready to gamble on a startup or a retreating brand, the Toyota Grand Highlander represents the utility anchor. It's proof that the brands with the most diversified manufacturing are the ones that will survive the 2026 market reset. We have looked at the hardware, the million-mile durability of the Tesla Semi, and the ghost projects that just disappeared from the map. So, what is the smart money move for April 2026? The market has split into 2 very clear lanes. Lane 1 is the high-tech native. These are the vehicles like the Tesla Model YL, the Lexus ES 350e, and the Tesla Semi that are utilizing the latest 48-volt systems, 4680 cells, and native NACS ports. These cars are built for the current infrastructure. They offer the best charging experience and the most advanced aerodynamics, like the Tesla Semi's 0.4 drag coefficient. If you want the most efficient math per mile and a vehicle that feels like it belongs in 2026, this is your lane. Lane 2 is the reliability anchor. This is the Toyota and Subaru approach. They are moving slower, but they are building on a foundation of massive domestic investment. When Toyota drops $1 billion into Kentucky and Indiana, they aren't looking at the next 6 months, they're looking at the next 20 years. If you prioritize long-term resale value and a guaranteed service network, you wait for the Subaru 3-row or the Kentucky-built Toyota SUV, the golden rules, for April 2026. Demand native NACS. As we saw with the new Lexus ES 350e, the adapter era is ending. Don't settle for a car that needs a dongle to access the best charging network in the world. Verify production stability. The Sony Honda Afeela cancellation proves that a delivery hub opening doesn't mean a car is coming. Stick to the manufacturers that are showing you the manufacturing investment, not just the renders. Efficiency over size. With the Tesla Semi achieving a 7% efficiency gain just through aerodynamic refinement, look for cars that cut through the air. Range is expensive, efficiency is free. The EV world is moving fast, and the legacy ghosts are a reminder that not every pioneer makes it to the finish line. But for the informed buyer, the options hitting the ground this month are the most refined, most capable, and most cost-effective vehicles we have ever seen. Whether you're waiting for the million-mile Tesla Semi to change the logistics world, or you're ready to put a Lexus ES 350e in your driveway, the math has finally caught up to the hype. Let me know in the comments, are you sticking with the safe bet from Toyota, or are you ready for the minivan killer Tesla Model YL? I'm Nick, this is Nick's Car Review, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless.